This is your answer now. You answering it now. We're asking, what do you think?
I think when I experience His joy, I have He gives me peace. I have peace of mind. I have peace in my heart. I'm just at peace.
Okay.
So when I experience His joy, that's when it feels to me.
Okay. Since we started here and then we went over there, we might as well just come back over here. And then we go over there, then we're going to go over there. So go ahead, sister. So, yeah.
Well, when I experienced joy, well, it was like like you said, you have that real little water, that coolness. It was like a coolness, like it would put in my stomach. And it also gave me that inner peace, not just a regular peace. It was that inner peace that was in me, that He had given me. So when things come at me, it's like they bounce off you. They really can't get in there.
You know, they think because Sister Sylvia quiet.
She don't know. She don't know nothing, you know. But you gotta be careful in them quiet people. Yes.
Oh, that's me?
Yeah. See, that's me.
Because I don't know what she said anyway. I don't know what you know, you can't hear people when they don't talk that loud. You know, they just sound like to be mumbling. I feel like, I know y'all hear me because I'm talking loud. Yeah, and they can hear me. But if I talk like, oh, but I feel like the joy of the Lord. I probably mumble like they did.
When I was talking to you, she was talking about the joy. And I was saying, she probably still couldn't hear me.
No, it's okay.
That's okay. What is it to you, Mom?
I just don't say, well, the joy.
Tell us what your joy is.
I say it for me.
Okay, what's
I say,
yours?
The joy of the Lord is my strength and my happiness. And how I feel in the morning when I get up.
She doing it on purpose.
So that's how my joy is. So now you see, that's the way it goes. But my joy is happiness and peace. Like when I get up in the morning and the days I go walking and I can hear the birds and see the bees and see the horse flies and all those things, you know, that's put joy in my heart because I know that's the works of the Lord. And I know nobody can't do that but Him. And when I see the trees blowing, the wind blowing, the leaves, that's the joy. The way I feel that, the joy of the Lord. So that's what gives me joy to know that He is still alive and He is doing that and He's working in me.
I said, we're talking about the joy of the Lord. We're asking it to you. What is the joy of the Lord to you? When we say that.
The joy of the Lord to me is knowing that at any moment it's like a reassurance, knowing that no matter good, bad, or indifference, if I call on Him, if I reminisce, if I think of who He is to me, that gives me joy. That joy then gives me a peace within. That no matter what I'm going through at that particular moment, whether it's a thought, a situation, anxiety, or whatever, that joy gives me that peace to settle me down to where I can then refocus.
Okay. Is it safe to say that when saying that, and you say it's your peace, and you say that anything coming can bounce off of you, and you say it's your strength, and you also said your peace, but I believe you heard Sister Ruthie, because that's what Ruthie said, your peace and all of that. That's what you said, right? She heard you. She heard you. But is it so? Are you saying that in all of the joy that you have and the peace and the strength and all that, is it that you're saying that in all of that, that's the center of your joy? Jesus is the center? Is that what you're saying? Or am I putting words in your mouth?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Huh? I'm just wondering if that's what you said, or am I putting words in your mouth? Or is that what you're saying?
That's only way you can have that peace. You have to have Jesus. You have to know who He is.
Okay.
With compassion.
Am I putting words in your mouth, or is that what you're saying too? Yeah. Yeah. Am I putting words in your mouth, or is that what you're saying? That He's the center of your joy? That all of those stuff that you say, Jesus is the center. Or am I putting words in your mouth? Or you understand what I'm saying when I say that? Yeah. Thank you, Ruthie. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I guess that's a baby thing. Yeah, y'all didn't understand that? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, it must be a young people thing then, is it? That's what it is? Oh, okay, sorry. So is it safe to say, is that what you're saying too? So that's what you're really saying now. And all of that you're saying,
Yeah, that's what's in my heart. That's what's in my mind and my heart. And that's what's coming out. Nobody gonna put it in me. That's my feeling toward God.
I'm just trying to, you know. I'm just trying to break it down. I was just trying to see. I'm really trying to see now. You know, there's a song that says, I know y'all gotta know this. Even Leroy must know this song. Jesus, you're the center of my joy. Y'all know that, right? All that's good and perfect comes from you. You're the heart of my contentment, hope for all I do. Jesus, you're the center of my joy. Does that sound like anybody? When I've lost my direction, you're the compass for my way. Does that sound like? See, these are the songs that, I don't have nothing against them other songs, you know, them young songs and the young people songs and, you know, them young schools. I don't have nothing against them, but the songs that have a little, you know, the songs with the meaning, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Sister Sylvia. The ones that, you know, you're the fire, the light, when nights are long and cold. In sadness, you're the laughter that shatters all my fears. Does this sound like? Does it sound like what y'all was talking about? It would sound like it. This is why when they laid, as a matter of fact, today make 1 year since my brother passed. That's 1 year, yeah. Made 1 year today. And this is why I don't have to mourn and cry about it. Because I believe that the position that they found him in, he was praying. He was praying. They found the position they found him, he was praying. He was praying. Before he passed, you could see it was a change in him. I can't put him in heaven, Sister Sylvia. I can't put him in hell. It's between him and his mate. But I believe that before he transitioned, I believe that he made Jesus the center of his joy. So that's why today being his anniversary, I don't have to stay home and sulk. I could have went to work today like any old day. Because in sadness, you're the laughter that shatters all my fears. Even though the days of the day that he passed, I could see him laying out in the front, but he is the center of my joy. When I'm all alone, your hands are there to hold. What did the songwriter say? So he wrote this knowing that, what you think? He must have been going through something then too. So Jesus had to have been what to him too? The center of his joy. Right, Sister Sylvia? Sister Shivers? Had to been. So when like I said, I have nothing against those other songs, but I like some meaning. I like some meaning. All, Jesus, you're the center of my joy. All that's good and perfect, it comes from you. You're the heart of my contentment, hope for all I do. Jesus, you're the center of my joy. You are why I find pleasure in the simple things in life. People can't even enjoy the simple things in life. Simple things. I got this girl at work. She finds fault in everything. But she says she carry a title. But she finds fault in everything. But if Jesus is the center of your joy, it's not something that it's just like Christianity. It's not something that you rest down. You ever hear people say, I will rest down my religion and what I'll do and then I'll pick it up. That's not how it is. If you go through a situation, Jesus being the center of your joy, that's what takes you over that hump day. How my brother Ernie could say, Jesus is the center of his joy. How about he could deal with that lady? She probably ain't no problem no more, huh?
She's my best friend.
Best friend. Best friend. You're the music in the meadows and the stream. Meadows is my maiden name, That's my maiden name. The voices of the children, my family, and my home. You're the source and the finish of my highest dream. Jesus, you're the center of my joy. Jesus being the center of our joy, even though we go through trials and tribulation, he should still be the center of our joy. John 15 and 11. Anybody? When you have it, you read it. In John 15 and 11.
These things I have spoken to you, that my joy may remain in you, and that your joy may be full.
So if he's the center of your joy, should remain in you. When? When should it remain in you? All the time. Not just when things going good, but when. But when. It should remain in you. Things gonna come, but the joy should always be in there. It should always remain. I had a situation, and this man, Ooh, he cussed me out to work. And when he cussed me out, I had on my glasses. And he cussed me out, and I took my glasses off. And my partner hid behind the pole, because when they saw me take my glasses off, they thought I was, they thought that I was the joy. I guess they thought that the joy of the Lord was going to leave. All I said was, sir, I didn't curse at you, and I appreciate it if you don't use that type of language with me. Oh, I didn't curse at you. I said, yes, you did. He said, what did I say? I said, I don't use those words, so I can't tell you what you say. But I appreciate it if you won't speak to me that way, sir. And that's what I told him. And from then, I said, honey, we fine. He come up in there now. How you doing? Smiling and everything. But that joy, I didn't let that joy leave me. Because like people say, I take it on and rest it down, and but I didn't do that. But I was nice, sir. I didn't curse at you, sir. So I appreciate you didn't do this to me. Had another man came up in there. Oh, I play golf with so-and-so. And you gonna let me see this inmate. You gonna do this. Sir, you're not approved to see this inmate, and you have to be cleared to see this. I wasn't mean or anything. Nothing. He come in there, how you doing? Bought 2 boxes of donuts the other day. I didn't eat the donuts though. My child was hot. No, I didn't eat the donuts. I let them eat the donuts. I didn't eat it at all. I told him whatever they He comes in there, how you doing? He think we best of friends. But if you let that joy remain in you, and you don't get out of character and out of soft, be just okay. You don't have to go work for, I have to tell people that I work with, hold up, no. I have to tell them all the time, get away from that one, sit down. Because just about everybody except one person I work with 3 other people. And one of them don't profess to be saved. And everybody else profess to be saved. And the ones that profess to be saved, I got to tell them, get away, sit down. But they don't take the joy with them. It's like they leave the joy outside. But the joy of the Lord should always be. We need to carry it around. You can't carry it in our bag and leave it over there. We got to carry it in here. It's in John 17 and 13. In yourself, in you. Just like the joy, it don't come and go. It stays. It's constant. Jesus said that the joy remain in you. We have sorrows at times, but the Word of God says in Isaiah 61 and 3. 61 and 3. Isaiah 61 and 3. I'm a little tired tongue with my I and the S. 61 and 3.
Give them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they may be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he may be glorified.
In the time of mourning and brokenhearted, He will pour the oil of joy in you. When you're going through mourning, sorrow, He'll give you that. Every crying at a funeral, it don't have to be crying because that person could be crying because I'm rejoicing in the Lord. That's what it could be. He's pouring, it can be joy. Psalms 30:5.
For his anger is not for a moment. His favor is for life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning.
Weeping endure for night, but joy come in the morning. Joy. Is the joy of the Lord. Is it constant in you? Does it live in you? Or is it just there when in the good times? Or is it just there when is it just there when Brown make me happy? Or is it gone when that man just didn't make me mad? What your husband name again, Ruthie? Clark. Is it just there when Clark is doing right? Or when Clark came home, does the joy go when Clark come home? Oh, Sister Charlotte just say, oh man. But just that joy, is it there constantly? Through the good times, the bad times. Is that joy there when them guys on the job then break a glass and I gotta pay to fix that glass? You still got that joy?
Not all the time. Sometimes.
It should be there always.
I have to come back after I go off.
It should be here. Always. Always.
You gotta be angry for a minute.
We're not talking about anger now, we're talking about joy. Jesus is the center of our joy. We're talking about the joy.
But his anger is
We're not talking about anger. We're talking about joy. We're talking about joy. We're talking about joy.
bad when somebody says something like that. How's it costing you money?
But what about the joy?
After I get over the initial torment or whatever tragedy moment,
And then you think about Jesus.
I said, well, it could have been worse.
That's what you should have said. It could have been worse. Huh? It could have been worse. But Lord, I still thank you.
Thank God. I almost read my book coming down 95 yesterday. Oh, yeah, it was yesterday.
Maybe trying to tell you something. But say it could have been worse. That's what you should have said, Lord. It could have been worse. But in all things, Lord, I give you thanks. I thank you for that joy that I have.
He done got me out of a lot of
Yes, sir.
Monday night, I was sitting there at my desk doing a couple things at home, and a situation came up that I wasn't too pleased with, and had to look into some documents and stuff. And I quickly reflected back to that service we had a couple weeks back. Stuck on George for a
Yeah.
while. And it immediately brought a smile to my face, but he just did it again.
Okay.
And I think when we're talking about joy, it's all in the person's perspective on how to look at life and how to look at things. Because remember, what, 2-3 years ago, me and that lady, I ain't had no joy with her.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got joy. So it's part of the growth process, I think. If you want and if you allow yourself to grow.
That's right.
And in that perspective, I started singing the song, and my whole attitude, my whole mood changed because I had to find that joy within me, because that's where the joy lies, within me. And knowing that if I proclaim what I profess, God will make everything all right.
That's right.
So why worry? Why fret? Why whatever? Why say something that you shouldn't have said and have to take it back, or lay your religion down and pick it back up? And it's, why go through all that? But I think it's a level of maturity as you grow. I can boldly say years ago, times a week, but that was me. Pick it up.
Pick it up.
Now, you ain't worth my time. I keep on moving. When you get really grow, and when we say your starts to change.
That's right. Miles, if you want to make you happy, sometimes we'll never be happy. You got to find happiness yourself. Because sometimes, waiting on Ruthie to make me. Or my Sister Sylvia happy. Waiting on them to make me. And they never make me miserable because I'm somebody to make me happy and make my then just choice. I can. That's why the Lord should be you. Saying your peace should be yours. It's a choice. Somebody happy and make your. That's why the joy of the Lord should be in you. If it's constantly here, constantly, and then when it's going to come out. When I don't know why I like Susie come out, one come out, it won't bother you much. You'll feel it.
Frame of mind, or is it disease?
Anger is an emotion. It is a disease because it could destroy you.
You ever seen somebody always angry?
Yes. I have some inmates that you see them. I work on Saturday. I work for someone. Someone asked me to work for them, and I work with the juveniles. And the whole day, there was this juvenile, and he sat at this table the whole day, and I had to ask. This was my first time seeing him, and I asked him. I said, "What's wrong with him?" I said, "Why do he look so angry?" And they said, "That's how he look. He's always angry." So just people that's always just angry for no reason. Some people just always angry, and when you are, it destroys you. Do something to your heart. Do something that make you look older. It just do something. It wears on you. It does. That's why I stay smiling. Do I look 50? Thank you. See, smiling. You feel better. You feel better.
I never seen a person walk in at 7 o'clock screaming good morning and smiling. I said, y'all just don't know. I'm grateful to be up, to walk and clock in, not to be here laying down, can't move. Can't talk. I said, look at your surroundings, look at our patients. They
that should give you a reason to want to come in here. What, I mean, what's the purpose?
Right. You know, there's this lady, she worked with me. You know, I haven't seen her in a while, but she used to be on, and she said she used to couldn't walk, but now she's walking. And she told me that she have to get up early every morning and put some kind of bag and pump the fluid out of her every morning. And she comes to work, but I never saw this lady upset. I never see her with a frown on her face. She's always smiling. When you see her, before you even see her, good morning, good afternoon, how you doing? But this is somebody that have an ailment, that have a bag in her. Every morning gets up early to pump the fluid out of her. I think she said she get up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning to pump the fluid. And then she comes to work. She comes to work, but she's smiling. So she has that joy. Even though she goes through to have that, but she still have that joy. And here it is, you got some of us. Ain't nothing wrong. But some of us, we won't even smile. You say good morning, you won't even open up your mouth. What's good about it? What's good about it? And I have this other lady, and she have arthritis, the one that makes you bend over. And she comes to work, and she loved the Lord with all her heart. She don't complain. I don't hear her complain. For you to know that she's in pain or she's hurting, it's like you got to pry it out of her. And she can't barely walk, but she walks. Sometimes you hold her, for her to close the door, her hands is this form. She uses her legs to close the door. Sometimes she don't want you to help her. She, oh baby, I got it. But she loved the Lord. She's always smiling, but she have that joy. And you can see that Jesus is the center of her joy. And even in all of that, she has 2 adopted children. She adopts children. And she is bent over. But we have people here, some of us, and we have nothing wrong with us. And we complain, and we still don't have him as the center of our joy. And we complain about the least simple thing. We complain, oh man, it's too hot. It's too hot out here. But we complain. Anybody feel like I'm talking all alone by myself? Anybody?
Some people need other people to make them happy. And those people, sometimes those people don't even be happy their own self. Because people sometimes can put on a front, with the happy. And then they'll get off, and sometimes they'll boo-hoo, cry, and then they'll think about, all the things that they're going through with. So it's not good to want somebody or say you need somebody else to make you happy. Because when you get the joy of the Lord, he'll make you happy. You'll be happy at all times.
That's right.
So you don't need them. Well, we need one another, but to make you happy, no.
That's right. True story. When I was going through my divorce, I was home one day, and I was in my living room, and I heard God. I said, God, but I don't want to be alone. And I heard God say, look around. You're already alone, by yourself. And when I decided to just let that go, like a weight was lifted, And I had that joy. I was happy. I was happy, Ruthie. I was happy, felt like the joy came back. And sometimes all of this is just trusting him, believing him that we can get that joy. We ain't gonna always, it ain't gonna always be, what kind of flowers you have at your house? All kinds of it, ain't you?
I got some poinsettias and I don't know the name of all those flowers.
She got, it ain't gonna always be poinsettias. It ain't gonna always be roses and yellow flowers and hibiscus. It ain't gonna always be that. It ain't gonna always be sweet smelling. It ain't gonna always be sugar and lily dillies. I just had to throw that in there. It ain't gonna always be. It ain't gonna always be like that. It's gonna be some times when those flowers gonna wither. It's gonna be some times when the knees gonna feel like, oh my God. The day I was getting ready for church, and I felt like I almost break my leg. The slippers flip over, and it's a good thing I was in the room and the bed was there, and the bed caught me up. I said, oh, thank God for the bed being there. But there's going to be some times like that, Sister Sylvia and Sister Sean. Did I say it right? I got it right. There's going to be some times like that. Somebody going to get sick. Somebody going to die. We going to have that. It's going to be like that. But those things going to come. But when they come, we're going to have Jesus as the center of our joy. And having him as the center of our joy, that's how we're going to be able to handle debt, aches, and pain. Listen, let me tell you all about this toothache. If I didn't have Jesus as the center of my joy, Sister Brown, I turned the light on and I said, listen, if I can't sleep, you ain't gonna sleep either. Brother Ernie, I turned the light on and I stood over him and I watched him. I said, his teeth hurt so bad. But thank God for the center of my joy. Because I told him, knock it out. I said, baby, knock it out. That's how bad the tooth hurt. But I had Jesus as the center of my joy because, I don't know, I might have turned to drinking. That's how bad this teeth hurt. I couldn't take it anymore. But thank God for being the center of my joy. I got some bad news today. But he's the center of my joy. All I could do was just pray. God is in your hands because you are the center of my joy. Whatever you do is well done. You are the center of my joy. Joe came from Ireland to be a missionary to the Indians more than 100 years ago. He left his fiancée in Ireland, and when she finally sailed across the ocean, she was killed in a tragic accident. Here was a man who loved God, who had to bury his fiancée with his own hands. Now, who gonna bury their fiancée with their own hands? A year later, he wrote a letter home to his mother with these words that we love to sing. What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and grief to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Have we trials? Is there trouble? Never be discouraged. take it in prayer. And that's what exactly we have to do. Faced with something, and you're going to face you on the battlefield for Ruthie, Susie, else. On the battlefield, her husband in the way to meet her. She's working there for the and got a tragic accident and Joe through all of that. God has to of her joy. I wasn't gonna use a man for the hand that I better. That's why you know. And writes the song. A friend in Jesus. Us would do that. You out there for the Lord, thinking about when she come, what it is. What would you do? Some of them run away from God. God, but he, God, whether Jesus, he's still true because he center of you. That's a hard thing. Something hard. Ain't hard. I heard he say that wasn't. I think it's because his wife, it was just as you think if you was her versus say you think handle it differently.
Four kids, four of them saved, all their spouses, and they preached their parents' funeral. They had a good old time. Not saying that they didn't cry, but I believe everyone's at a different at a certain level and cry differently. It's your wife, your husband, everyone deals with people the same.
What do you who they help?
And I think also, and I said, when you lose someone, you handle that differently. One thing if it's dead, but you know what's coming, not as bad as far as a tragedy.
Anybody?
The person that whoever dies, their memory lives within you. It's like they're there. No ending. Through you.
On this side. You, would it be hard for you? I think vote you, but I still think that sometimes it would be, it still would, because you've been there, you love. But I agree on the level, the maturity in Christ, that you would. I agree.
Experience with my surgery and trust God. If was in surgery, still have that. I don't trust, and I come and it's like I'm missing my husband in surgery. You're human, you do you know. So that is something.
That's what if the thought.
Yeah. That is, and it's fine. It seems like God took it for granted. Yeah. So it gives you the things that you,
Yeah.
share, and allow the why.
That's right. Yeah. Have joy in Christ. Your joy. It's not secret in that joy. What do you think it is? How can you find joy? How can you keep joy? How can you be center of joy? Saying that he is not always, is sometimes. What is the secret? Always be every moment of you. How can we?
Me personally, as of to now, by being constantly standing in my always, even when I walk, I go around the hospital every day. One of my exercises. I don't walk, and I myself because I actually have a whole conversation. Going back, as it's like I was always angry. And from that, God is He's the one that make me enjoy life. That's my
So how do you think you can? So you think that you can constant joy? How do you think you can always center of your, not wavering, not double
Keeping that
minded.
relationship, you know, and I know if I like, you know, reading or him or praying to him, I could lose, be slight. I know.
Okay.
He has care so we can continue going through and not worry about the sorrowful times that take your faith, provide, take care of. It's true.
It's counted all joy. That's what his word says. So, in other words, in my mind, that I was going to be all things, a little twisted here and there. At the end of whatever had done, after it done happened, I get this something there at the door. Each and every day, because I know I'm getting to my opening up, like Pandora's. It's there, you know. It's a joy just in the morning. It you know that everyday travel basically the same every day that I and what I'm doing. I find it just to be being able to greet the people, talk to the people, you know. It's like every you know, it must be hard inside. I find after I start I'm joyful. So because opportunity never used opportunity that's knocking on really knocking on the opportunity
Okay.
You said how do we make that joy that it's intentionally done. It's not my intent. So through every a way to have joy. You know, if I stuff you got two bad word or so find making it intention, you know, got laid off. Okay, Lord, you got something. Yes, you still gonna at that moment. You have to find intention.
Abide in me. Word about everything, everybody. But if you abide in you, you abide in him and his word, that joy, like you said, you abiding in him, word, with her neck, the word is in you, that joy, word. Oh, I thought you was for the. You not negative. Fight it off. And sometimes we don't fight. Word. Fighting in the Lord. And his have to want this joy. It have to be in looking in here. The joy, Nehemiah 8, B part. For the Lord is your strength. You strength. Part of it. It's your strength. So if it's the joy is your when stuff comes, joy will give you strength. He said it'll give you peace. But brother, what do you say, brother? Yeah. Joy of the have to have that word. The word have to abide in you. That the joy of the Lord is in you, and you got some brain. Ain't bearing no. You got some rotten. You got some negative fruits. Some brands that doing strength, right? Really can't enjoy all those branches. This fruit, orange, right? Orange. And the offering. And have a rotten orange and a good, what happened? Huh? Ain't gonna make the rotten. So all of those rotten to be your strength. I want it to be the center. Fruits. His word have to abide.